Now they asked the question, what are you being for Halloween? All right, different people have put different things. I said I'm not celebrating because it's the devil. All right, do your research no matter what your opinion is. Don't be of the world just because you're in the world. All right, so I started off with just the bar. I'm trying to get close to 315 as possible, comfortably with no spotter. I'm gonna show y'all my body weight right now. Um, I'm 184 point something, so I'm around that up to 185, and my goal is to at least do 100 pounds more than my body weight, which is 285. And depending on how it feels from there, whether I go up or whether not. Also, if I hit this same weight every time I come to the gym and just make it a little bit easier, a little bit easier, a little bit easier, just practice makes perfect. Not saying I'm gonna go heavy every time. Not saying I'm maxing every time. I'm starting off with just the bar. I'm doing high reps with just the bar, and I'm doing moderate reps as I go up in my warm-ups, and then I'm going to start doing singles, and I'm not doing a max. All right, why am I not doing a max? Because if you max all the time, you fry your central nervous system, and you're risking injury, and you're just wearing yourself out. Right, you want to do something that you can recover from. So I did 135 pounds right here, or 45 on each side. The bar is 45 pounds. This is 135 pounds. Also, when you're warming up, if you're trying to go heavy, pro tip, right? If you're trying to go heavy, close to your max or anything like that, you should have a spotter. I'm not going close enough to whatever my max may be, which I don't even know. I know what I'm doing. I go by feel. But if you're a beginner, whether you're maxing or not, you should have a spotter. I'm different and I don't like spotters, all right? So don't do what I do, do what I say, right? So you do not want to warm up and you do not want to burn yourself out on your warm up, right? So I just did a couple of reps and I threw 50 more pounds on, so that's 185. And this is my body weight right now, right? So a lot of people say you're strong if you can bench press your body weight. I can probably bench press my body weight about 20 reps, but I'm not going to do anywhere near that. Why? Like I said, you do not want to burn yourself out. Now my foot is slipping. Why is my foot slipping? I'm going to show y'all right after this set. My foot was slipping. Y'all probably, what is he doing? And my headphones slipping off my head. Those are distractions, right? Also, the foot slipping, that's dangerous, right? You could just foot slip under you while you got weight over you. This could fall on your face, fall on your neck, whatever. 185, yes, will fall on your neck and yeah. So, easy reps. So I'm gonna show y'all what happened with that water, right? What it was drips right there, and I was drinking my stuff and it dripped a little bit, and yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe that off. I was gonna go get some tissue. They had like wipes, but they was wet, so I just did like this with my feet until it dried up. You do not want water under your feet when you're benching, all right? So I skipped past 225 and just did, I was going to do 245. I decided to do 255, right? So I got a 10 and a 5 on each side. So 225 plus whatever. So I'm going to go ahead. It's still a warm-up, but I think I started doing singles right here. I probably can hit this weight for close to, I don't know about 10 reps, but at least 6 or 7. But I'm not going to do that. I'm doing singles. Why? Because I want to save some in the tank for the next lift, all right? So, bam, easy rep. Little more struggle than it should have been because I was scared of my foot slipping still. So, I took those other plates off. I put a 25 on each side, and then I put a 5. So, a 25 on each side would have made 275 plus a 5 on each side. That's 10 more pounds. That's 285 pounds. That is the goal for the day. Let's see if I get it. Let's see how easy it was. And let's see what I do next. And my headphones fell off my head. I ignored it. But fun fact before we lift this lift. Y'all see I don't have a whole bunch of people talking about, oh, how's the weather? And what about football today? What about what I seen this other guy doing? What about somebody else's living? What about something and something and something and something? And no, you lift, all right? So if you want to reach your goal, you have to lift. And I feel like I could have done about 30 more pounds than that. But nah, I ain't going to do that. So I dropped down to 225 pounds, but I did it in my short videos because they get more views, reach more audience. So watch those videos, but also watch those videos, but also watch the second half of this video. I got way more information than I just said, all right? Better information in my opinion. Alright, YouTube, I'm leaving the gym. I'm done with the workout. I didn't do the voiceover yet, so this is the second half of the video before I do the voiceover for the first half. And I'm gonna show y'all the same scenes because I don't have any other footage, right? So I bench pressed today, and that's pretty much all I did. And one thing that I'm going to say is I did shorts after that. I did 225, I repped out, and I did shorts, all right? And how many reps did I get? Anywhere from like, I think one set I did like 8 or 9, I think 9, and then another set I did like 10, 11, 12, somewhere like that. I have to rewatch the footage on the short videos I just posted. But I'm gonna say that to say this. I did that after hitting that 290, 280? Wait, 275 plus 10, that's 285. I did 285, right? I'm guessing I coulda, shoulda, woulda, right? But this is all what I'm trying to explain what I'm doing, right? 285 for one rep. I'm guessing I could have did like 30, at least 30 more pounds. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I could have did 20 more pounds. 285 plus 20 is what? 305. So I think I'm back in my threes on bench press. So why don't you just go for it, repping? Why don't you just go for it? Because I want to make sure when I do it, not that it's easy, but I want to make sure I do it safely. And I also don't want to strain my CNS. I'm not going for a max, all right? So there's times to go in and beast out, and there's times to stick to the script. If you're on a schedule, which I'm not really on a tight schedule, I just got a plan. It's a plan, but it's a loose plan, all right? Before I get on the tight schedule, and then I go into beast mode and repeat, you know what I'm saying? It's this guy, he said, make heavyweight easy and then repeat. And I do both. A lot of people say make lightweight hard and then repeat. I do both. I do high reps, I do low reps, I do heavyweight, I do lighter weight, moderate weight. I don't do lightweight unless when I'm warming up, all right? I do lightweight on warm-ups. And 225 might be a lightweight, but if I can't do more than 15 reps, that's a moderate rate. I'm currently weighing in at 185. So my body weight is a very lightweight. I could probably do my body weight for over 20-something reps. Now, I'm trying to get back to the point where I could do 225 pounds for more than 20 reps. And I did that before a long time ago. A lot of people would say, well, we don't care about what you did before repping. That doesn't matter. Let me tell you why it does. Whatever isn't measured can't be managed. So you want to know where you're coming from, you want to know where you're at, and you want to know where you're going. You know what I'm saying? To not pay attention to where you're coming from and where you're at, you're tripping with no map. You know what I'm saying? You're traveling with no GPS, no instructions, no directions. You know what I'm saying? Nobody to ask a direction, nothing. You got nothing. You just driving and you hoping to get there. You know what I'm saying? Your odds of getting to your goal that way, slim to none. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in luck, but it's like the odds of you reaching your goal is like the odds of hitting the lottery. Slim to none. Most likely not gonna happen. So my goal is to get to 315 and more at this body weight. And I'm the type of person that I got a real good strategy on how to hold my strength while losing weight. See, a lot of people think that you lose all your strength when you're cutting. And most people do, and I've done it in the past. But that's because they have no strategy. You know what I'm saying? They don't measure what they're doing. They don't pay attention to what they're doing, and then they go lightweight and I'm losing weight, so it don't matter about my strength, and they throw it out. You throwing it away when you do that. So I got videos about that. But what I'm doing now is I want to do 225 for reps whenever I'm dropping down for back offsets, and I go in the gym and I do a heavy set. It's not gonna be that exact way every time, but as of right now, that's where I started. I'm going back to my basics. When I really got strong the first time, back in the days when I did, when I was in my mid to late threes on bench press, for a max, I was a lot heavier too. So, you know what I'm saying? Pound for pound, I'm way stronger right now. But, most people look at that ultimate weight. You know what I'm saying? How much is he lifting? They'll see two people lift 315, and one guy weighed 315, and the other guy weighed 190, and they say they're the same strength because they lifted the same weight. No, the guy that's 315 only lifted his body weight. The guy that's 190, if he put 190 on the bar, if he lifted 315, he put 190 on the bar. He gonna throw that thing up for like 20-something reps. They're not the same strength, pound for pound. You know what I'm saying? The guy that's 190 that did the same weight as the guy that's 315 is eons stronger than him. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people say that don't matter, this and that and the third, it don't matter in the streets. Man, dude, like, come on, man. The people that be saying that be the people that don't even lift. I'm not trying to go on a tangent about that, but I always tell people, because people be listening to these people. People be getting advice from these people. People be getting advice from people who don't even have the goals that they're chasing. I never do that. If I'm trying to play basketball and I got Michael Jordan trying to teach me, and no offense to whoever watching this video, but if I got Michael Jordan trying to teach me and I got you, I'm listening to Michael Jordan. If you trying to skydive, if you trying to drive NASCAR, you got Dale Earnhardt, or you got me. I'm driving the car right now, but I ain't never drive no NASCAR. You better listen to that. You better listen to the dude that do it. It just makes sense, you know what I'm saying? People put if I know a person, if I'm cool with a person, if a person, my family member or my friend or somebody, that don't mean that's the person to listen to when it comes to your goals, all right? If you want your goals, all right? Somebody who never been to Walmart in Anderson, you don't even know where Anderson at, right? So of course, I ain't about to listen to you where it's at. I know where it's at. I go there every day. Dang, they're living there. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, man. People will come from out of town and be like, hey, could you go to Ingles and get me some, he ain't never been to Ingles. He ain't from here. He from Jersey. Oh, never mind. Hey, man, but yeah, man, you get what I'm saying, though, man. People be tripping with no maps, no GPS, no structure. So another thing I tell people all the time, and I didn't say this in this whole video, so I'm going to say it at the end. I'm going to say this almost every video, man, because I really need people to learn this. Shutting up, no offense, shutting up is a superpower. When I go to the gym, I don't socialize. I say hi and bye. I give people their mutual respect, and that's it. Get to work.